ages of rock and roll.
Do you have a loved one who's on their deathbed, but they've yet to give themselves up to the Lord?
Are you sure you don't want to come to Jesus?
No.
This is your final chance.
No. Worried they're headed to the fiery pits of hell.
Your very last chance.
No. I've been wicked and sinful. I deserve to burn in the hot place.
As you wish. Farewell, my heathen husband.
Farewell, my... Well, fear not, my wayward child. Introducing Father Flanagan's line of post-mortem baptismal kits. No more worries about being miserable alone forever. Be a good Christian and share that eternal pain and suffering with the ones you love. I'm in hell. Not as hot as I thought it'd be. Kind of feels like Houston, minus the humidity. Hello. My favorite drink crafted to perfection. Ooh, and some dank ass weed.
I can't bear to be down on my face chanting, holy, holy, holy is the Lord, every day, all day, for all eternity, by myself.
Wow, is that George Carlin? And Alan Turing, look at that. Carl say, oh, I am so honored. You've been my hero since I was a kid. Neil deGrasse Tyson, what are you doing here? Oh, I get it. I get it. Schrodinger's heathen. Very cute, you. Very cute. That's fantastic. Oh, what is that? What is? It's holy water. Oh, it burns. No, this isn't where I want to be. Pabst Blue Ribbon and a Marlboro? No! Father Flanagan's post-mortem baptismal kit. Dead kid tested, Mother Teresa approved. Is that the Pope and John Paul? Jim Jones and Jimmy Swaggart, huh? I can see that coming. Neil deGrasse, what are you doing? Holy, holy, holy is the Lord. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord.
Thanks, Father Flanagan.
Damn them to an eternity in heaven for only $59.99. They wouldn't appreciate it, but you'll feel better, and that's the point, isn't it? Get yours now. Your heathen loved one's time is running out. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord. This is some bullshit. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord. They can hear now for a moment.
You can hear.
Yeah, let me just test some stuff here. I mentioned this morning, I guess you guys can hear us. Can you hear something now?
How about it now? Anything now? Hello? There we go. People are saying they're good now.
All right. Well, it's not actually supposed to be working that way, but it is. Because, like I said, I was doing some, as you saw, I had some changes.
Yes.
You guys could hear me during the introduction, though. You guys in this show could hear me during the introduction, or no?
I could hear you.
Yeah, I heard you then.
Okay, cool. Kelly Laughlin. Oh man, dude, don't do that no more. I love you, Kelly. Stop. Don't pay me through the thing. No, you're just giving Google money, man. Just tell me to keep some of the money I give you. Right? Yeah. Oh man, me and the wife were talking about. I appreciate it, but really, you're just giving money to Google for that. That is,
all right.
But
all right.
You're fantastic. You're wonderful.
Well, I'll get it. I'll talk to you in private about it.
Understood. Perfect.
All right,
Okay,
cool,
I got
cool.
you. I got you. But I thank you. I do thank you very much. You know what I mean, right? Yeah,
I do. And honestly, I'm used to working with nonprofits, and Google doesn't take any of the money from the nonprofit, so it didn't even occur to me. So my bad.
Got you.
My bad.
All right. No. Yeah. Well, I'm just really trying to hook us both up. Google got plenty of money, but see, part of it's symbolic too. I realize part of it's symbolic. You super chat, other people go, "Hey, it's time." I get it totally, and I appreciate it. You're fantastic.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Now that I got the show on, let me say hi to Ryan this morning. Lovely as ever. Good morning. Did you have a good weekend, Ryan?
I did have a good weekend. It was pretty chillax. We didn't do anything for Valentine's Day. As I said before, we're just not like into holidays, anything like that. We just kind of proceeded as normal. I did, however, do a little boo-boo without realizing. Before I went to bed, like I have this hand lotion that it's meant to help you sleep. And I really wasn't thinking. I was like, oh, my face is a little dry. And so I took the hand lotion and I put it on my face. Well, I had a reaction, and I wasn't even sure if I wanted to be on camera on Monday because it was still like very puffy, and I still feel puffy. Wow. Yeah, I had an allergic reaction. That was not fun. That was just so stupid. I woke up and I was like, oh my God, why does my face feel like it's on fire?
That sucks.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. Stuff happens. You do things when you're tired and probably high,
Probably. Yeah, probably.
Things happen.
That's awesome. Good morning, Kelly. How are you doing? Did you have a good week, I guess, since the last time we saw you?
I had a good week. We get together once a week and play games, and last night was our game night. I had a really good time. So, yeah.
Fun.
Good.
Today's my birthday.
Really?
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you.
I wasn't going to say anything, but I figured out what the fuck.
You should say something. Happy birthday to you.
Thanks.
They had calendars back then?
Yes. We were just starting to.
Is it Gregorian?
No, you know how we made calendars back then? We would get these big stones, these tall stones, and put them in circles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
True. Good morning, Kinsey. I'm gonna Kinsey Rainwolf. Oh, that's a cool name. That sounds like a D&D name. Good morning, Kinsey Rainwolf. Thank you for joining us. Richard Gomez would like Miss Ryan to know her face is just fine. Kiwi Banana is here this morning. Thank you for joining us, Kiwi Banana. And of course, we've got the Clara Micro Raptor. New victims, new faces. Welcome to the damnation, fellow burners. I hope you all had a great weekend. So what we're going to kind of talk about today is I'd like to know, we've all got horror stories. We all have horror stories about religion in one fashion or another affecting us. Do you have any funny stories dealing with one of mine is like whenever I was I want to say young atheist, but I was probably in my 30s, late 30s. I don't know. I was working down in the oil field in Texas, and I told this lady that I was an atheist, and she literally stepped back and crossed herself. I was almost, she was polite, but we were done. Oh,
that's awesome.
I
was just curious.
It's not that silly though to have that kind of reaction, but yeah. I see it happening. It's absolutely believable because I've witnessed a lot of strange things going to people's house as a JW, from that perspective. So I don't doubt it. I don't know if I have any. I have to think on that.
Maybe we'll get some callers who can share some funny experiences as an atheist or whatever. Go ahead, Miss Ryan.
I do have one. So in my neighborhood, there was this lovely woman, very lovely, but she would insist that I come inside her house and take a look at her miniatures with, Jesus and Mary. And she had like this whole setup. And she told me about this whole living room that she has with all these miniatures. And like there's a train set and it goes on a track and it, they keep it on like 24/7. And I kept politely saying like, no, I don't have time right now. And that was when my dog was sick. This was my other dog, and find a way to skedaddle out of there. But one day she was so insistent. And so I just had to tell her, look, ma'am, I'm an atheist. I'm just not interested in Jesus stuff. And I said, respectfully, like, I'm appreciative that you want to welcome me in your home, but it's just not my thing. And I don't want to pretend that it is my thing. And she was kind of like, okay, well, have a good day. And then I didn't really see her too much after that.
Yeah. That'll fix some things, Sometimes just being honest and letting them know, and they'll respect you, Yeah.
She didn't say, I don't know that she intentionally avoided me. I just didn't really. And then she ended up moving out. So that's just kind of how it happened to be. But again, lovely lady. I'm just not going to pretend to like enjoy the nativity scene. I'm sorry. With the train, okay. I'm not sure what timeline we're in, but okay.
Right.
I believe it or not, I
effort in it, right? Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. I was going to say, believe it or not, I have to do that with rock collections all the time. You've got to come and see my rock collection, and it's a collection that I would have had like 40 years ago. And it's like, and I got to act like, wow, this is great. So I totally get where you're coming from.
You're mature. You're mature now.
Yeah.
You have a fine taste.
Huh. Bonnie's on the phone. Sorry, I just got a text message. Bonnie's on the phone. I'm gonna let Bonnie talk for a minute. Apparently we lost an old friend. Some of a family thing.
That's been happening to me.
Sorry.
That's been happening to me a lot as I get older. I'm losing lots of old friends.
Yeah, let's see what Bonnie's got to say. It do. Let me see here. Let me go. Bonnie. There's Bonnie. Hi, Bonnie. Can you hear us? Excellent. You have a funny experience going to doors at JW?
I don't hear Bonnie.
Me either.
We'll get it together, fans. Chris is on top of it. He's good. He's good at what he does.
Oh, they're not hearing? You're not hearing Bonnie either, guys?
Hold on. Hey, Bonnie, can you hold on just for a second for me? Can you hear me? I'm sorry. I'm having, there we go, nerd problems here this morning. It's being a jerk. Caller in, let me see if I can figure this out. I'm sorry, guys. I was trying to get everything very cool for everybody this morning. Out to OBS. It says it's going out to OBS. But look at that. It's not going out to OBS. I hate you. I hate voice meter banana. I'd rather be drugged through a mesquite bush than, I tell you.
Darn.
All right, so you guys can hear, everybody can hear you guys. They just can't hear the caller. So, and you guys can't hear the caller, right?
No,
right.
I can't hear Bonnie either.
Okay, so give me, gotcha. Let me see if I can figure this out real quick. Well, yeah, while you guys talk for a moment, just a moment.
Okay, no worries. So good morning, everybody. So it was who that pointed out D-Money that asked, what is it, the blonde Jesus? So I never got to find out because I did avoid that situation, but I have a feeling, as with many Jesuses of the sorts of that flavor, it's usually a light-haired, blue-eyed, or at least it's more of a pale Jesus. Is like sometimes they're brown-eyed, but you go ahead. No worries. But you know what I'm saying. It's still that kind of light, too light. I do believe that Jesus would have had a bit of darker skin.
I believe so too. Another thing that always gets me in it, you don't see it in all of the what's the word I'm looking for? All the paintings and pictures of Jesus, but you see it in a lot of them where he has this long, thin face, and it goes back to all the medieval art where they portrayed everybody with a long, thin face in medieval art.
Creepy, right?
Yeah, and it kind of held over into Jesus. Nobody else, just Jesus still has that kind of long, thin face. I always thought that was weird too.
If you've ever looked at some of the art, like the ancient art of Jesus, it is rather interesting just to see how different cultures represent him. And, of course, like it's in their art style as well. But like some of the older images, that just resemble other imagery of other gods. You know, it just kind of goes to show that Christianity wasn't born in a vacuum, that it didn't just magically appear and it was all new, transferred from God down to Jesus to Paul, or, you know, whatever, that it was born in this cultural milieu and mixture, like a soup, like a religious soup of sorts of beliefs. And it manifested itself in not only the beliefs, but also the artwork of the time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
let me check. Can you guys hear Bonnie now? Hi, Bonnie. Can you hear them?
Hi, guys.
Hi, Bonnie.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Yay! It's wonderful to hear your beautiful voice.
Oh.
Yay!
And Ryan can sympathize with me because going door to door, this was funny to me. It wasn't to the car group, but it was funny to me. Jehovah's Witnesses like to get people who are suffering cancer, they're going to die, or they lost a loved one.
Uh-oh, what'd Chris do? We lost him and Bonnie.
Oh, Bonnie, we lost you.
I'm sorry. No, you got Bonnie again. I'm sorry. I was just trying to mute myself. Like I said, I got a text message. We lost a family member, so I'm trying to respond to somebody. So you guys go ahead. So let me.
Sorry about that, Chris. I really am sorry.
Bonnie, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, go ahead, Bonnie.
All right, cool. Sorry about that, Bonnie.
Can you pick up where you left off?
Oh, no, that's okay. Yeah, Jehovah's Witnesses like to get people who have lost a loved one, especially because it's such a terrible thing to go through. So we would give them the hope of seeing them on the paradise earth, after Armageddon. So anyway, I was at a car group, and the sister behind me in the car, she got back in the car, and she was telling me how her husband had just died. And she said, so, I was trying to give her the hope of, seeing him resurrected in the, on the paradise earth. And she says, why would I want to see him resurrected? He was a horrible person. And I thought it was kind of funny. They all laughed. I mean, they didn't laugh. I thought it was kind of funny, though. Why would I want to see him resurrected? He was a horrible person, and I'll never forget that. To me, it was funny,
Wow, yeah.
But hey, honest.
But anyway, that was my
very
experience.
Honest. That is very true, though, Bonnie, how the Jehovah's Witnesses love to choose times when people are, either down on their luck or, depressed. They feel alone. They're reaching out for community. They're looking for something better. They want to be part of something better. They want to feel like they're doing something with their life, that they have purpose. And then knockety knock, 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 here comes the JWs with, as you said, this message of paradise earth, being able to see their loved ones again, having the truth, a better relationship with God, having this worldwide brotherhood of sorts. And really what you get is trapped into shilling for a company.
That's right.
That's literally like it. It's you're shilling for a company.
It's not just JWs either. It's like a common tactic among Christians, isn't it? I mean, that's why we get them in prisons. That's why we get them in drug addiction centers, right? They're there to catch people when they're at the very bottom of their lives and need help, right? Need some kind of direction, and and they just prey on them. So
it fills their time. Right? Like they will give you a program to follow. So whereas maybe you felt like you didn't have direction or anything to do, now all of a sudden, like, okay, this seems all right. I'm given all this stuff to learn. And so far, like it's not terrible at first until you realize that you're beholden to very specific things that are asked of you, like not accepting blood, dying for God.
They ask people if they like to learn the Bible, and Jehovah's Witnesses know the Bible more than most preachers. They actually do. When it comes to the Trinity and hellfire and that kind of thing, they know more about the Bible than almost any minister. I mean, they can turn to any scripture, with their little books that we carry in our book bag. So then they ask if you would like a Bible study. Most people don't know their Bibles that well. And, the ones that especially are suffering when they lose a loved one, yeah, they take it. They take it because it's free. And then they become friends with you. And then they dump you if you don't go to the meetings. They dump this person after they make them think that they're good friends. So they have to go to the meetings. They have to go out in service. They have to dump all of their friends because they're worldly. They can't have any friends that are not Jehovah's Witnesses. So yeah, they're trapped. They're trapped. And if they quit, then everybody in the congregation is supposed to disfellowship them because they're they've like turned satanic. That's the way it is. So you get married to them. You get married to a witness. You have kids that are witnesses, and you lose everybody if you decide you don't want to do it. That's what happens. It's a terrible religion. That's my opinion.
I
anyway, that's my say.
I agree with you.
Okay, guys. Thanks for letting me talk. And by the way, I love your show. Because if anybody ever wants to, if you are familiar with the show The Line with Matt Dillahunty and all those other ones, they don't take any calls. They do not want to listen to any atheists. And the ones that they always say, do you believe in God? They always have this little survey before when you click on the show. And like 98% or 94% of the people that watch those shows are atheists. Very few of them are actually believe in God, and they don't want to hear anybody that's an atheist. And Matt Dillahunty, he actually gets mad at a person if you're an atheist and you call in with any suggestion. He actually gets really mad because I know it's happened to me.
Oh, really?
They don't want to hear anybody that's like, why did I become an atheist? No, they don't want to hear anything like that. Although almost every single person that watches those shows are atheists.
Yeah.
So I like your show. I really do. I wish you had a huge following.
Well, thank you. Maybe one day.
Thank you so much, Bonnie. From your mouth to the God's ears.
I have to agree with you, though. I think we do need more shows that are geared for atheists to call in. I totally agree with that. I've always thought, everybody knows me. Well, I don't know if everybody does, but people know me from being on Truth Wanted, and I always thought it would be fun to do just the opposite of that show and have the ghost hunter, the psychic, the UFO believer on the show, so that atheists and skeptics could call in and talk to them. I always thought that'd be a great show. But yeah, wouldn't that be cool? Just to reverse it, turn it around? Yeah.
Yes. Why not?
Well, I appreciate that. Go ahead, Bonnie. I'm sorry.
Well, thanks for letting me talk. I'll hang up now so you can take more callers. So talk to you later.
I appreciate you. Thank you, Bonnie.
Thanks for calling, Bonnie. Yeah, that was awesome. That was a great call. Thank you so much.
It was. Bonnie's always awesome. Go ahead, Miss Ryan.
Can I just point something out too about that call? Like, it just goes to show you, just like Bonnie said, how the Jehovah's Witnesses are very educated when it comes to like the hell doctrine and Trinity, because they're trained to go on the attack. And it's not put that way, right? They're very good with how they word their stuff. So that's not exactly what they're saying. But if you go prepared for very specific topics and you have those scriptures memorized, it sounds like you know exactly what you're talking about and you know your Bible, when really you're just trained to kind of denigrate somebody else's religion, to make them question, to make them think like, oh, wow, maybe the JW's got something. But when it comes to the rest of the Bible, other things like Canaanite stuff, the stuff that came before, or other religions that were happening at the same time of Christianity that could have influenced it, mum's the word. They're not going to say anything. So I find that very interesting on the stuff that they're very trained on.
True. Happy Heretic. Good morning, Happy Heretic says, an AM Coast to Coast sounds cool. Yeah, that's kind of, you remember that show, Coast to Coast AM, I think, with Ron Bell? Is that right?
Art Bell.
Art Bell.
I was a big fan of Coast to Coast. So, yeah.
I kind of got a hold of it a little bit whenever I was pretty young. And I was, there's a time I feel like in most people's lives where they're going through this stage, to learn and find out, well, what's going on in the world. And I was going through that and I ran across them and they were talking about these rods that went really fast or some business. And I don't remember. After checking it out for a little while, I kind of figured out it was just a lot of bunk, Couldn't get into it. We're going to take a quick break. We got Fro on the phone. I think I'd rather take a quick break now rather than rush him off the phone. Okay. So let's take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we will visit with Fro. Let's do this one here. Boop.
Are you feeling the world is leaving you behind? Do you look at all the pseudoscience, rumors, and wild speculation on the internet and wonder, why can't I do that? Well, friend, you can. We can help you. We are Conspirowin. Conspirowin has a long history of helping anyone with a hidden truth. We will get your message out. The conspiracy theories you see today all started out with one person's vision. The moon landing hoax was launched by a NASA engineer whose manager didn't okay his vacation request. Conspirowin was there to help out. Christianity started out because one little girl named Mary got pregnant out of wedlock, and Conspirowin saved the day. Now, the virgin birth is accepted Catholic doctrine. You may be thinking, but my idea of the center of the earth being made of ice is far-fetched. No one's going to believe that. In a world where people believe windmills cause cancer, we say no dream is too big. Conspirowin will take your fledgling idea and feed it to our YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok operatives. And these savvy social media professionals will raise doubts with the prevailing scientific consensus. They will say no one has ever seen the planet's core except Jesus. And science is wrong all the time. That's why science has theories and not Jesus. Within 30 days, we guarantee you CNN will run a story on how your conspiracy theory isn't true. We will also give you 100% assurance Fox News will say your crazy idea about the Earth's core being an icy ball is true. Follow your heart. Listen to the voices no one else can hear. Team up with Conspirowin.
All right, everyone. So we're back. I'm going to, we've got Fro on the line. I'm also testing out a different camera. I hope you guys can hear me okay. Everybody can hear me now that I've changed my scenes. Let's see if we can hear Fro this morning. Good morning, Fro from Norway. Good morning, Fro.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Fro, good morning.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Hi, Ryan.
Hello.
I'm doing good.
How is the weather in your Norway?
In my Norway, cold as always.
Because I don't know if you know this, but I live in a town named Norway in the United States.
Really?
Yeah, totally. That's why I said your Norway, because I'm in Norway too, just a different Norway.
You're both Norwegian?
So we can speak Norwegian to each other then.
There you go.
Oh, I can't speak it. You know what, though? There are a lot of Finns here, which is a totally different language. So, but it's really weird. I always thought it was weird that it was named Norway and it was all Finns living here. So it's weird.
It's like they want to be Norwegian.
They steal everything from us.
Yeah.
What's going on today, Fro? You say you got a funny story for us? Oh, let me fix your name. I'm working with a different camera setup. Let me fix your name real quick. I'll be right back. Y'all go ahead. What's going on, Fro?
I have a funny atheist experience. I had a very funny atheist experience yesterday with Ryan and Amber and Co. That was very, very fun.
Okay.
Pushing out sleazy pickup lines. But
They were very good.
Thank you. I appreciate it. But I think I'm going to tell you a story that happened on a flight from the UK to North. I'm okay with flying. I would say I'm not the best with flying, but I'm okay with flying. I have a fear of height, but it's not like tremendous. And Chris, that is a very cute dog.
Oh, thank you. That's Papa Oliver the Fifth. Yeah.
Now I got distracted by my by the cute dog.
Sorry, you were telling us a funny story.
Oh yeah. Anyway, so there was a lot of turbulence on this plane. and there was a very cute lady sitting next to me. And the more turbulence it got, the whiter this lady got. And I asked her if she was doing okay, because I could clearly see that she wasn't. So I was like, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "I'm praying here that we don't die." And I said, "I am." And I told her, because I was an atheist at that point, I told her that there are millions and millions of flights over the world where atheists are on planes, and most of them don't go down.
The vast majority, right?
So she started laughing. And so I helped the Christian lady by telling her the pilot was probably an atheist.
Oh, did that help, huh?
Oh, man.
Yeah,
That helped her?
There we go.
that helped her.
Goodness. There are a lot. I used to have a silent fear of flying. I wouldn't really tell anybody that I was afraid of flying, but I was afraid of flying. Mm-hmm. When I'd get on the plane, I'm like, is this going to be the one, And then there's always don't worry about it. Don't worry. It'll happen so fast. It'll happen. You won't even know most of the time, Yeah.
You're right.
Also, Ryan,
So
I
they
need you to Ryan, I need you to put a little good word in for me for Ember. She said,
Oh, you want to put a good word? Okay. I can do that. I can put a good word in.
You need to.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, so far we know you have some very interesting pickup lines. You gave us a good laugh.
I send her. Read to you guys. Are you a magician? Because whenever I look at you, everything else disappears.
Oh, that's a good one.
Aww.
I hope the evil one's not watching. I'm going to steal that.
There were some very funny ones. I was like, I like that. That would probably make me laugh.
Yeah.
True that.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Ember is amazing.
Ember's a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
We've got a lot of fun people in the community, I think,
No, we do.
Yeah, everybody is super nice, but you, Chris.
I know. Do I know it? Trust me. Do I know it? Yeah, that's cool. Yes.
I'm joking.
I don't know. Well, I think I even linked you up one time, didn't I, Fro? I think I did.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Did you?
That was about. I remember what it was about. Even it was about our view on whatever if Jesus was hiding or not.
Yeah, that's
In the
right.
Garden of Gethsemane. Oh my God, really? Oh Lord,
Yeah.
of the Garden of Gethsemane.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Well, there was also a gentleman who calls in. His name is Tay, and he oddly sounds a lot like you. He's once you hone in on it, it's actually kind of a Middle Eastern accent. But I don't know. He said, but I went off on him because he was trying to say that Islam treats women equally. And I was, I'm not good sometimes. I'm trying bad. Sometimes I just can't keep my mouth shut. That was one of those.
We're working on ourselves. We all are.
Working. We are. Yeah. Well, one of the things, like Miss Bonnie was talking about a few minutes ago, she's like, "Thank you for making the calls. This is the Heathen Hotline. I thought I'd call it the Heathen Hotline today, so we can get other heathens calling in and talk about heathening or the atheisting or blaspheming. If you're out doing that, make sure you're blaspheming and heathening and atheisting safely." Because I really don't like arguing with people. People like watching Spicy Chris light people up. That's great, but there's a very thin line between Spicy Chris and abusive Chris. And I don't like getting near that line, and I get carried away. And, I was raised in a family of 7. You had to raise your voice to be heard. And not everybody takes very well to that.
Did you say a family of 7?
Okay. Do you want a joke of the day? Do you want
Sure.
a joke?
I would love a joke for the day.
Okay. So a boy was selling fish on the corner to get the customer's attention. He was yelling, "Damn fish for sale! Get your damn fish here!" A pastor hears this and asks, "Why are you calling them damn fish?" The boy responds, "Because I caught this fish at the local dam." The pastor buys a couple of fish, takes them home to his wife, and asks her to cook the damn fish. The wife responds, "I didn't know that it was acceptable for a preacher to speak that way." He explains to her why the fish are damn fish. Later at the dinner table, he asks his son to pass the damn fish. He responds, "That's the spirit, Dad. Now, pass the fucking potatoes."
I'll join in. Wow, look what I've done.
That's a good one. I didn't even see that one come until the very, very end.
Yeah,
You
no, I
know,
don't know.
good.
I didn't know how that was going to go.
That was good. It's
Yeah.
almost as good as Hogwarts, man. That Hogwarts got me the other day. That was good shit.
That was the one that really got, yes, the Hogwarts. That had me giggling. I
Yeah.
love that one.
Well, thank you, Fro, for giving us a call. And Fro is a new silver level member of our channel, and so I've updated our channel list, our credits at the end, and I've added Fro. Also, I put a big thank you up there for Miss Kelly Schur. We haven't seen her since the day she gave us. I don't think I've seen her since the day she gave us the really big.
I think she was in the
super
chat yesterday with us.
Was it? Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
let me be clear. All those donation money I given to the channel is just because of Ryan. None of
understood.
you guys. It's just Ryan.
I get that.
Yeah.
Totally.
Oh, Pro.
Yeah.
Man after my
Yeah.
heart.
Yeah. I can't blame
That's
you.
why Chris keeps. That's why Chris keeps her around.
Right.
I know. Yeah.
Shows some shoulder, apparently.
There you go. There you go. That's awesome.
Thank you, Pro. I know you messed with it, but I
Thank
really
you, Pro.
appreciate you.
Yes, we all do. You're awesome. There's a lot. There are a few callers that we've discovered along the way who I just want to call them seekers. You know, they found Christianity, they found Islam, they found whatever, but they're still open-minded. They're still looking, and they're still asking the questions. And I value that in people. I really do. You're awesome, Pro.
Yeah.
Just don't tell
Thank
anybody
you.
that said that.
And do you know what is more awesome than me? You guys.
Well, thank you very much. You're awesome.
Yeah.
Just slightly though.
Well,
Pro, just slightly.
We're gonna play the You're Awesome
Just
tennis ball.
slightly, yes. Yeah. And please please stop calling me Frodo in chat. I hate that. So please don't do that.
Calling you Fro? What do you want to be called in the chat?
Frodo.
Oh, Frodo.
I hate it.
Oh, you don't want to be called Frodo.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right.
No, I hate it.
So to those
I hate it with a compassion because it's like my name is Frode, but nobody says that correctly. So I go by Fro by all my American friends.
Okay. Well, we will do the thing with
My
Fro.
bad. Thanks, Joe.
Thank you. Thank you for letting us know.
I was muted.
Anyway,
I was
okay,
saying,
love you.
I was
Take
saying,
care.
Yeah, like, thank you for telling us, Fro. I
Thank you.
appreciate that.
Yeah,
All right,
I
well,
appreciate that too.
Yeah. We've got a couple of callers waiting, can't hear us, and I want to talk about heathenism. There's somebody here, I'm not really sure the name. And we've got Faisal wants to ask the benefit of atheism. We'll take that one briefly because he's been waiting about 10 minutes. Good morning, Faisal. Or good afternoon. Hello. You have a question? You have a question for today? I was trying to be a little lighthearted. I apologize. I was trying to make the channel a little funnier today and less argumentative. We'll see how that goes. So you want to know? I'm sorry? Say again?
Good morning to everyone.
Oh, thank you. Good morning, everyone. He says, let me pull the name down there.
Good morning, Faisal.
Good morning, Faisal. So you want to know, is there any benefit to atheism? Is that correct, Faisal?
Yes. My question is that what is the benefit of atheism? Because in atheism, you don't have any guidelines to follow the life. I mean, you can drink alcohol, you can do all the bad things because there is no guideline from God. Also, if God exists, then also there will be a consequences for being atheist. So in every way, I don't think atheism is of any use. It's not beneficial to humanity. That is my point.
I got you. Guys, y'all wanna do this?
Hey, I got two questions right off the bat. Number one, I'm not sure if you're Muslim or Christian, but what does either one of those things do that benefits a person? What is it that a Christian or a Muslim can do that an atheist can't do that isn't just a promise or mostly a promise of the afterlife?
Because in Islam, I am a Muslim, so in Islam we have a guidelines what to follow and what not to follow, what we have to do, what we have not to do. So
we have guidelines though too.
We can live a very
we have guidelines though too.
Live a very healthy life.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but like I'm saying, we have guidelines too. There's secular laws that we follow. Those are guidelines, and those laws are generally pretty moral. And most atheists I know of would even follow those laws even if they weren't laws, because we don't feel like we need to go out and kill and pillage and stuff. So I'm not sure exactly why you think not having a moral code brings nothing to the table. One of the things that has I found when I came to the atheism table is that I was able to think clearer. I no longer felt guilty about things that I shouldn't feel guilty about. I felt a lot more freedom. So those were some of the benefits that I got out of it.
Yeah. Hold on, Frodo. Or, I'm sorry, not Frodo. Damn it, Chris. And it's not even Faisal. I've never called him Frodo. Hold on, Faisal. Let Ryan have a shot at that, please.
So what I would say is that, as far as atheism, I kind of walked into it. It wasn't like an intentional thing. It just kind of naturally came to me. But I didn't really change as a person. I still have morals and guidelines, and there's things I just would not do that I think the Bible thinks that the Bible says that you can do. And I myself just would not do it. I consider myself to be more moral than God is. As far as atheism, I guess it gives me freedom. It gives me freedom to think and to follow my intuition and my curiosity.
Okay. I'll see if I can give a stab at it too real quick. Let me, if you don't mind. Okay. With atheism, Faisal, you don't have to go around stopping your day every day to pray. That's a waste of time. You don't have to go waste your time praying all the time. You don't have to ask forgiveness unless you, want forgiveness from somebody. Hey, I did Ryan wrong, or I yelled at Kelly. I feel bad, so I need to go get some forgiveness. There are a lot of things that you give up when you leave religion. You give up fear. You give up the fear that there's this creature somewhere always watching you. Have you touched yourself recently, Faisal? Did you worry about whether or not God was watching? Okay, see, that kind of fear you lose. And then you've also said, if there's a God, then, if we're wrong, then in the end, we get, we're going to be punished because there's a God. But how do you know you're worshiping the right God? How do you know you're worshiping the right way? Your God does not reward people for worshiping it the wrong way. If you're a Christian, the Muslim God is not going to reward all those Christians. So how do you know you're worshiping the right one? And it's so risky. It's so risky. And if it doesn't matter, there's always this fear. Not only am I worshiping the right God, am I doing it the right way? Or maybe I'm worshiping the right God and I'm doing it the right way, but I sinned by touching myself or by saying something or by looking at a woman's hair or by whatever. And you never know, brother. You always live in fear. That's what you give up whenever you become an atheist. The fear of God, the fear of hell, the fear of this imaginary creature all around you. I'll let you respond now.
So you were talking about which is the right God. So I think in the previous stream, I have already explained to you why Islamic God is the only God. So I gave you 4 verses from Surah Class, and we applied that verses. Any other God fails to be divine. Any other God fails to be a God.
For those who don't know what he said, wait. For those who don't know what he's talking about, somewhere in the Quran, it lays out what a God is, because it fits all those things, or claims to fit all those things in its own book. So I just want you to know that that's what he's talking about. Carry on, Faisal.
Yes, in the Surah Class, I'm talking about the Surah Class, chapter 114, where God says that God is the only uniquely one.
Okay,
He neither beget nor begotten.
Okay, Allah is the right way. Hey, no, I'm with you. Allah is the right God. You got it. Perfect. Allah is the right God. Okay. So now, how do you know you're worshiping correctly? There are many different people out there who teach different ways about Islam, and many of them believe if you don't do it right, you're going to hell. So how do you know you are doing Islam correctly, and everybody else has got it wrong, or all the ones who don't do it like you are doing it wrong? How do you know that for sure? Did God tell you somehow?
But in Islam, God is not something like monster or dictator. He's very merciful. He's only, I will say.
Wait. What happens if you don't believe in God? What's he going to do to you?
There are conditions. I mean, if Islam is not presented to you in a right way, or something hasn't got the right information from anyone. So
is God going to burn you in hell?
I don't think that.
Or hell?
No. God is not going to burn you in hell.
So no punishment. No punishment. That's great. See, if there's no punishment, then why not be an atheist? Come on, man. You don't have to pay any tithes anymore. You don't have to pray all the time. You don't have to worry about this God creature around you. If you're not going to hell, why not worry about it? Why worry about it?
But why wouldn't I pray to God? Why wouldn't I be grateful to God? Because He has given me life.
Because it doesn't do anything. That's why you wouldn't. It doesn't do anything. Nothing changes when you pray. Nothing. Your life doesn't get better than it would have anyway. It doesn't get worse than it would have anyway. Your prayers have no effect on your life. You just think they do, and you fit that into your life. I have not prayed for anything in 40 years, and my life has had the same ups and downs of every theist I know.
Same.
Yeah.
My not praying has not affected my life any different than a Christian or a Muslim who prays daily.
Yeah.
I don't see the effect of the prayer. Yeah. So when you say why not do that, well, there's a reason why not to.
Yeah.
Yes, I got your point. You are trying to say that many prayers are not answered by the God. But in Islam, we have something like if your prayer are not answered in this world, all the rewards will be given in hereafter. So it doesn't mean that
that's
prayer is not answered.
But you don't even know that there is a hereafter.
That's right.
Nobody has gone to the hereafter and come back and talked about it. We don't even know that it exists. And that goes back to my original statement that you don't have anything that I don't have as an atheist except for promises. That's all you have are promises.
But the Bible says it's real.
I have had too many people make promises to me in my lifetime to use promises as a thing to base my future actions on, because promises often don't come to reality. They don't come to fruition.
Yep.
So what is it? So I'm going back to my original question. What is it that a Muslim has that I do not have that isn't just a promise?
But
what can you do that I can't do?
Yeah.
Why don't you get Muslims who win why don't you have Muslims win everything? Why don't all the Muslims, because they're praying to the right God, right? Why don't the Muslim football teams always win? Why don't the Muslims always win and always succeed and always do everything? They're praying to the right God, but they kind of win about the same percentage as everybody else. Because there's no God there listening.
I'm going to answer your question. Let me answer your question.
Okay.
Because in Islam, this world is not a paradise. It is a ground for test. So the sufferings are bound to come in our way. So they are good and bad. They are going to be coming in our way. So there's no problem regarding that.
So what's the point? We've already been over this.
Why God? You asked the question.
I got to stop you for a second there because of something you said, and I don't want it to get lost. When you said this world is not a paradise, I am so sorry you think that way. To me, it is. To me, this world this life is a wonderful, beautiful life, and the place I'm living it in is fucking amazing. And the fact that you think that this isn't, that you think that this is like some horrible test, goes to show you what I have gotten myself free from. That is exactly the thing that we are saying that we don't have, that's our benefit, is that we don't have to think that we're living in this horrible world.
Yeah,
because my world is fucking awesome.
But we'll let him finish, and then we'll wrap this up with him.
Go ahead. I just had it. Just make a comment on that point.
But in reality, this life is this world is not. This world is full of evil. There are many sufferings. People get diseases, and so you can't say that this world is paradise. It is in Islam. This world is a test. And we can clearly see that people get tested in many ways by the God. Some lose wealth, some lose health, some lose dear ones. So you can't say that this world is paradise. I can't see anyone. I can't see this world is perfect. It is reality. It is in front of us. We can see how they are evil in this world. People are murder. People murder others.
Yes. Hey.
People steal.
Okay,
people
my
do
turn.
all sort of things, and this is full of evil.
Okay, yeah, we get it. We get it. But look at all the evil done in the name of Allah.
What evil?
What evil? Oh, you can't name any evil done in the name of Allah? I can name some evil. One named Daniel Pearl.
Daniel Pearl.
Yeah, he was a journalist who was beheaded by Muslims. And they recorded that.
So what is the fault of Allah here? Did Allah order Muslims to murder him?
I think you're missing the point.
No. In Quran, you can't kill any innocent.
Right, but they're not innocent, right? All you have to do is say you're under attack by them, and you can kill them. According to Islam, all you have to do is claim that you're under attack by them, and you can kill them. So then you're legally, according to Islam, can kill them. This has been fun, but I'm going to cut it short because we're trying to, we've got another call. He's been waiting for almost 20 minutes. I'm going to get to that real quick. And I thank you for the call. I think we answered your question, though. I would encourage you to go back and look what we answered it with. There's a lot of freedom, and you live in a life of fear that we don't live in. Just think about that. Thank you for calling again, Faisal. What?
I would like you to think about that question too. What do you have that I don't have that isn't just a promise?
You don't have the objective guidelines. That is my point.
They're not objective, brother. That's why I was bringing up Daniel Pearl. Oh my goodness.
Guidelines.
We just had this.
I do have moral guidelines. That fact that you think that I'm not moral is really a reflection back on you and not on me.
Yeah, what he said was
we have moral guidelines.
Right. Well, he's talking about objective moral guidelines because his God gives objective morality, but he ignores the fact that other Muslims kill people and just ignore. They don't have the same morality. If they had the same morality, then it would be objective, but it's not because they all feel it differently all over. I'm tired of this conversation. I'm so tired of this conversation. Thank you, Faisal. Take care. We've got somebody on the phone. I don't know who it is. What?
I was thinking, isn't choosing the guidelines of one particular God being subjective?
Right? My head hurts from this.
I don't think he understands the words. I don't think he understands objective, subjective. So sorry. Go ahead. Go on to the next.
No, I don't.
Sorry.
Right. Yeah, we go through this a lot, and this whole Moving on. Walking, and we're walking. Let's see who we got on the other call before we take our next break. It doesn't have a name. It says I can't hear us and want to talk about heathen. Good morning. Who am I talking to?
Good morning. This is actually Chad Harris. I don't know why it didn't pick that up, but I'm here to talk about heathening because you said, hey, you wanted to talk to heathens about that. Well, hell yeah, here I am.
You mean the Chad Harris?
Hi, Chad.
Yep, the arch radish himself. How's it going?
That is awesome. I was going to hang up on you, man, but I don't know enough about this system to call you back. I was going to be funny and hang up on you, but I fucked up. Good morning,
Thank you
Chad
for not
Harris.
doing that. I don't know why I didn't pick up my name, but yeah.
No, I mean, just once I found out who you were, I was going to hang up on you. That's what I was saying.
Oh, hell yeah. Hey, you know what? You wouldn't be the first.
Well, good morning. You're talking about heathening. You know, I was atheisting is one of my favorite things. I used to have it on shirts. I used to have atheisting. I was going to take the word atheisting as a verb, and that was going to be my thing. Heathening works, though. Have you been heathening?
I have been heathening all morning. Like, I got up heathening like a mofo. Like, I've got some heathen coffee brewing right now. It is as black as my soul at the moment, and it feels great.
That is awesome. That's good. That's awesome. Hey, Chad, go ahead, Ryan.
No, I just said it's heating up in here already.
It is. Have you ever met Chad? I met Chad in person.
Yes, I met Chad at one of the atheist conventions. I think it was 2023.
Yeah. You know, I met Chad,
2022,
I have to say,
actually, back when it was in Atlanta, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yes, too.
Okay. I met you in Tennessee, I think is where we met, right? At the NanoCon?
That's correct, yep.
That's right. Fun stuff.
Just this past year. So now I've met at least 2/3 of you.
There you go. You know, I'm kind of glad. Thank you for watching the show. I see you pop in fairly regular. You're a repeat offender.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. Here at the moment, I'm kind of on my heathen job search, as it were. So I usually have a little bit more time in the mornings than I used to. But this morning in particular, I actually woke up early enough to see y'all on, and I just wanted to say hey, and that I love y'all.
Thank you. Thank you.
Aww.
We know you're talking to her, and
well, yeah, absolutely. Well, you know what?
Now I
love is a
feel left
broad term.
out because
We got to meet him then, Kelly.
I did want to tell y'all too, though, that I'm sorry.
I said now I feel left out because I'm the one that hasn't met you, and Ryan says I've got to meet you. So I was like, yeah, totally.
Oh yeah, please do. I mean, I'm fairly easy to find. I'm in Alabama, so when you start hearing banjo music, I'm somewhere in the area. But I did want to tell y'all that I did hear the most convincing theist argument ever this past Sunday, and I'm starting to reconsider a lot of things.
Okay, what was that argument? I'm excited.
Yeah, well, you see, I was at the bar. There's this craft beer bar I go to every Sunday to kind of calibrate my taste buds. Okay. And I was sitting next to this gentleman who was telling me about his life and everything. Because people just come up to me and share their life story. That's kind of my superpower. You had that face. But right? He was telling me about his life and everything, and he was telling me about his beliefs, which just sort of organically came up. And he told me that he was convinced that God was real because he had a mushroom trip one time. And it just showed him how connected we were to everything and how the Creator God has put his consciousness in all of us and made everything so perfect. Of course, I brought up the usual stuff like, so Perfect is doing a lot of work there. Said, if everything's perfect, why does poverty exist? Why do horrors exist? And he said, well, that's just part of the perfection, how imperfect everything is. And also the Bible's bullshit, except in the parts where it's not. And he just kind of went down this whole rabbit hole of like contradiction after contradiction to the point where I was like, well, I think, for the first time in my life, I have gone past bong rip theology and gone straight into mushroom trip theology. So it made so little sense that it's probably the best argument for God I've heard so far.
Okay.
Wait till you get to DMT logic.
Oh my God!
It's even better.
I already went to my Rogan phase. I'm out of that.
Yeah. Now mushrooms I can handle. I can do mushrooms. I'm okay with that.
I have just heard some of the I have heard some of the craziest stuff that people think that happened to them while they were on DMT that had to do with God or entering a different world, So, yeah, I mean, like I've known a lot of people that took mushrooms, but that their stories pale in comparison to the DMT trips.
I'll have to put that on my list.
I recently heard the best argument I've ever heard for God. Okay. Recently, I heard this. Dogs. Yeah, dogs. Only God could create such a wonderful, loving, amazing, fantastic creature. And, that's as close as I could get to going, well, okay, maybe. But then you got cats, and that just fucks it all up. So.
I was about to say, the saying that dogs are proof of God, isn't that like argument ad dyslexia?
It is. I like it. I dig it. I'm picking up what you're putting down. That's fantastic.
That's perfect.
That's right.
Dogs are.
Oh man,
that was pretty good.
I will converting.
What's that, Chad?
Oh, I was going to say, I will say though, the guy I was talking to Sunday, he did mention that there is, however, a competing god called Baal, which is the god that's worshipped by all the billionaires and billionaires in the world or whatever, but it was manifested by the God consciousness that we all share, to which I was just like, so God's his own worst enemy. This theology is making more and more sense all the time. This is why we're fucked.
And they let this guy out of the institution. That's fascinating.
Yeah. I was wondering what flavor crayons go with that.
Right? Kelly, what color crayons did he eat? I'm sorry.
I was wondering what color crayons went with that. Yeah.
I think magenta mostly. It sounds like a magenta.
Well, you know what? It's time for us to take another break. Chad, thank you for joining us, my friend. Would you feel free if you ever get up in time again?
And it was nice talking to you for the first time.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, hey, good to meet you and good to talk to y'all, and keep up the good work. Love y'all.
Well, thank you very much.
Love you. Thanks for calling.
Thank you. I don't mean to rush you off. Soon. Yes, that's awesome. He's a great hugger, but he pinches the butt. You got to watch out for that. I mean, I'm just saying, out of experience.
You didn't pinch my butt. Wait, hold up. Excuse me.
Do you feel cheated now?
I cheated. Very cheated.
I'll save one for you.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break. Whenever we get back, we're going to talk about more stuff. Chad, you can hang out if you want to. I'm not trying to rush you out. I'm just trying to give our folks a break. So if you're still here when we get back, we'll talk to you some more.
You got to get running, but y'all take care, okay? Thank you.
All right, sir. Have a good one. Sin safely, my friend.
Have you sinned again? Oh, and it's bad this time. A chicken just won't do. But wait, you don't have a goat for your burnt offering. Oh, no. The Lord's wrath is upon you.
Insignificant person whose name I don't know, you have sinned. Probably. I shall smite thee.
What do? You're all out of goats. She left you for another man.
Fear not, my wayward child. Introducing Father Flanagan's line of goat-scented flesh candles.
No goat? No problem. Just light one of these bad boys and let the sweet, savory scent of burning goat flesh rise up to the heavens.
Is that goat?
It's easy, it's fast, and deluxe models even have patented technology that produces a goat screaming sound as the wick burns.
Father Flanagan's line of goat-scented candles. Save a goat, burn a candle.
Father Flanagan's line of goat-scented flesh candles are part of our You Do You Jew interfaith outreach program.
When you sinned and need to atone, light a candle and avoid the stone. When the Lord requires 100 snow, light a candle or you're going to hell.
That's the whole thing.
Oh, yeah. And here we are. We're back. I pulled Ryan down so because she's not back. She's off sinning somewhere doing blaspheming type stuff. The Happy Heretic.
My favorite thing to do.
I know, right? We've got Right-Handed Sith. Richard is here. Good morning, Richard. To be sure. Thank you for joining us. Greg S. is here. Detroit Atheist Queen says, happy birthday to my wonderful, amazing friend, Kelly Laughlin. Hello, Kelly.
Thank you, Kelly.
Yeah. Let's see, Terry Beebe. Nice to see you. It's been a day or three. I hope you're doing great, man. In your world, hope everything's great. And of course, there she is. There we go. I bring her back. There's Ryan. All right. And Advait. Good morning, Advait. Says, you're talking to them. Let me see what we've got. Clara Microraptor. One what the fuck religious moment I had was learning there's a psalm about being washed in the fucking lamb's blood. That's a good one. You know, I actually have a video about let me do this. I have a video about how Christianity is a blood cult. And in that video, I'm like, all right, come on, guys. You can sing along with me. Sing along with me. Washed in the... You can do it. You can do it. Washed in the... because you know the song, Blood of Jesus. It's a blood cult. Blockmeister, the number is on the screen. It is 434-226-7469. If that's the number you were asking about. Yes, there, Flockmeister. 434 Damn Show. Very true. I forgot to put the thing back up. Thank you, Kelly, for joining us today on these calls. Well, I appreciate your experience.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, let me see here. We've got a caller coming in. I think it may possibly be our chick magnate. They're doing the screening thing, so we'll give it just a moment. Right-handed says, yes, make sure right-handed is paired with Sith. Left-handed is for those weak Jedi. I don't see left-handed Jedi. Has he been around lately? He's in and out because he does stuff, but... Oh, okay. This is Rain, it says, and I'm here to talk about a funny religious story. I like funny religious stories. Hello. I'm going to try this. Hello, Rain. Can you hear me? Did it get you right? Is it Rain?
Yeah, it's Rain.
Awesome. Cool name. Good morning, Rain.
Hello.
How y'all doing today?
Good.
So far, so good. The itch cream's working.
Cool. Nice, that's always good. Fun fact, it's kind of an aside thing. This is Punk Metal Tao from chat. I used to be in there a lot.
Oh, okay. Punk Metal Tao. Oh, okay. Good morning. Let me fix our screen there. I'll fix it.
Yeah, but
Punk Metal Tao.
I think the title of the video said something about a funny religious story, and it got me thinking. So,
if
y'all remember about the time that Trump had that foible where he was talking about like quote unquote transgender mice by any chance?
Yeah. It's ringing a bell.
I'm not sure. But I want.
Yeah, and it was actually transgenic, which. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut anybody off.
That's great, transgenic. Carry on.
That's right.
Yeah, to my knowledge, transgenic was actually disease research, and I'm like, man, how do you make a screw up like that? Like, I have to capitalize on this. I have to make fun of this. So I found somebody in the punk community to create a shirt since I don't have the capability, and it's this giant rainbow up on top. It has this mouse smiling at the rainbow, and beneath the mouse it says, "I'm a transgender mouse." And so living in a small town, of course, I'm walking around with this and people want to beat my ass for this, right? Like they do not enjoy this at all. They do not find the humor in it. Even if they don't understand that it makes fun of their little fucking Cheeto god, whatever they consider him. And this one lady, I forgot I even had the shirt on until she basically kind of reminded me in her own way. She is glaring me down like she wants to kick the ever-loving crap out of me. And I'm just left wondering why. I'm just walking by, minding my own business. And all of a sudden she goes, "You transgender motherfucker." And I mean, she just growls the word motherfucker. Really? Oh my God. And it was insane. And that's probably one of the things I'll remember until the day I die. My memory's kind of shit, but I think I'll always remember that.
Oh, really? Yeah, that is crazy. Well, clearly she didn't understand.
Vitriol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The animosity, just like out on the street at a stranger, like over a T-shirt. Whoa, are you okay? Did you take your medicine today?
Right. Yeah. And I mean, that's not the first time. Like I said, I mean, people have definitely kind of. I was out with a friend who happens to be Latino. And that probably made things worse. It's like, here I am, you know, with like, because I mean, unfortunately, there's a lot of racism anymore. You know, like, so you have somebody with a shirt that says, I'm a transgender mouse, hanging out with a Latino gentleman. And that lady probably just absolutely hated me on the spot.
Yeah. And all she read was transgender. She probably got nothing else out of that. Had no idea at all. Just got the transgender and went with the hate behind it.
Yeah, never stopped to ask, like, you know, what it was about or anything. And yeah, I mean, I don't know how much of it she read. That is a good point. You know, for all she knows, I could have been a bigot that was making fun of the whole thing, and we were on the same side. I mean, yeah, it so happens we're not. I'm educated. I'm not a bigot. But, you know, like, for all she fucking knows.
That's right.
True.
That's right.
Very true, though.
And I actually have a question over here wondering how many times did you actually have to explain it? Did people go, what's that? Did they ask it all, or did it just go straight to the vitriol?
No, nobody ever asked me to explain. It was just dirty looks and walking away, or, you know, occasional comments, you know, light confrontation like that one. Yeah, the only time I've ever had to explain was in a situation like this where it's like, oh, hey, man, you'll appreciate this really cool shirt I got. That's about it.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, one thing I got to say, man, is be safe. Rain. Oh, yeah, be safe. Punk Metal Town. Be safe. Because, you know, in those some little towns where they got a lot of hate and they don't even think very much, it can get ugly fast. I'm from a little West Texas town, and if I went back there now, I would be very leery of being too open, you know, just because there's one thing about being brave and having a voice. There's nothing about being stupid and going, you know, into places where, you know, you shouldn't go, wearing the hat you shouldn't wear, and that sort of thing. Some of those Nazis on there really should learn that lesson. They go out. Did you see that one that got punched in the face? Never mind. Sorry. Distraction.
Yeah, I saw that video too. I love that kid. Yeah. I also saw Punk Apostate in there. Hey, what's up, Brentley?
Hey, Punk.
Love you, man.
Awesome sauce.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
When you first said your name, Punk Metal Town, I thought you were going to say, I was going to get you two confused. You and Seth. Seth's awesome. Isn't Seth in person too? Yeah.
The funny thing too. So like, we have a similar dress style. So, like, if it weren't for the fact that, like, I got a gray goatee and, like, my face is slightly different, I got, like, gauges in my ears, like, we probably, like, if we were walking side by side, we probably could get confused for one another.
Really? Okay. That's awesome. Well, you punk and punk, right? So, the Punk Metal Tau.
Yeah.
And there's also punk. Oh, who's the other one? There's Seth. Anyway, well, I have another punk friend. I can't think of the name right off.
I can't think of either.
Sorry.
The punk friends are always the most awesome. I mean, like, I might be a little biased, but I remember when I was in high school, I was a goth kid, and, like, I was typical goth. I hated everybody, but I love the punk kids. Because, like, they were brutally honest, but they were also some of the nicest people you ever met. Encouraged you to think, and, like, they were just awesome. And, like, the punk community was, like, one of the few communities as a goth kid who, like, basically kind of hated everybody. I was like, damn, these people are fucking awesome, you know?
Yeah.
Equal opportunity haters.
Yes. Hate them all equally. That's awesome.
Yes, everybody can get it. Your mom can get it. Your sister can get it. Everybody gets it.
Well, you know,
right.
It's awesome that you've called in. I haven't seen you in the chat in quite a while. I'm glad the phone line brought you back, and hopefully we'll get to see you more often if you got time, if you're around, if you're doing the thing.
Yeah, I definitely missed the show. I'm not going to go into too much, especially since like I got to go into work today. It's already going to be kind of a rough one as it is. But I will say that you know, some advice to people: don't be afraid to go to therapy. Because long story short, there's some things that happened years and years ago, and there's some possible things. Based off some of my personality traits and based off the way I act in regards to certain, I'm trying to think of the best way to put this, certain things that certain people say that kind of lead to a potential for past abuse. And that sort of thing can really affect your present. You know, they talk about, oh, it's in the past and it doesn't affect your present. It very much can with us. Yeah, when it's a deep-seated trauma. So if anybody can, absolutely do not be afraid to go to therapy. It's not a weakness. It's a strength, admitting that, you know, you need help and getting past that. So.
True. Thank you for that. Thank you. When you said get therapy, I thought I felt personally attacked. No, kidding.
I want you to get therapy too.
I'm all, you know, no, it's all right. No, it's hilarious. But I appreciate it. I do. I started following this guy who's very much against. He's an anti-suicide advocate on YouTube's. I've been following him. He's very, you know, hey man, let that stuff go. You need to go get therapy, go get taken care of, take care of you. You do you, you know, you do you first. In fact, I think is a lot of the thing. So thank you for that.
Good.
Yeah, and that's awesome of him because as somebody who's taken psychology classes and who's been on the verge of suicide many times, I've talked a lot of people out of suicide, and it is draining. It is hard because it does drudge up memories. And, you know, you're trying to address these memories and these issues in real time as you're trying to actively help somebody. And, you know, obviously when you're in that position, you don't want to make it about you, but it becomes difficult, not out of selfishness, but just out of, you know, we have that innate response to heal ourselves. And you're drudging up these things to try to better understand someone who's stuck in that position currently. And it is rough as hell. So, I mean, if that dude is helping people like that, that is absolutely awesome, especially if it's like every day.
True. Yeah. True.
Yes.
True.
Yes. Thank you so much. It's really important, I think, especially in this community, because a lot of us are leaving some kind of high control religion, you know, generally speaking, atheists, usually, and there's not many like born raised atheists. I know there are, but so it's a good reminder that once you've kind of walked outside of that mind control, that it's very helpful. It's very helpful to have someone to talk to you can understand why you feel the way you do when you don't necessarily even know why you feel the way you do, right? To start putting pieces together and maybe learn some better behaviors even. I know that's something that I need therapy for.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, and before I close out, because I want to give people another chance to, you know, a chance to actually talk to, but you mentioned behaviors, and that's a good point because while I'm fortunate enough, I don't have narcissistic personality disorder. I was raised by a mother who does, and that's another reason I went to therapy. Not only for what that did to me, but the traits I learned that I did not know were inherently narcissistic, that affected the way that I treat people and that desire and that need to do better and to you know, not treat people so terribly. So yeah, it's definitely important to kind of evaluate the traits that we have and whatnot. So
yeah, self-reflection. I think it's good for everybody and necessary for everybody. The world would be a better place if we all could do some self-reflecting.
Absolutely. But yeah, like I said, y'all probably got more callers. I don't want to hog the line, so hopefully everybody's day goes well.
Well, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Hey, man, check us out. Call back. Let us know how you're doing.
Nice talking to you.
Or if it works
Absolutely.
this way, come check and see how we're doing. Whatever gets you back.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you. All right, we're gonna take a call from Flockmeister. He's here. Let's hear from Flockmeister. Good morning, Flocky.
Am I on?
You're on.
I hear you.
Okay. Here's my funny atheism story.
Okay.
About a little over 6 years ago, when I deconverted, I stopped believing in the first week of October, but I continued to go to church because it was interesting to go as an atheist, you know. So I had this commitment. I was going to cook the big Thanksgiving meal. I was going to do the turkeys and stuff. And so I just hung in there. And then once that was over, I went one more time because I wanted to talk to the pastor and lay it all out for him. And he was in this long meeting, so I finally had to leave, and I did it by email. So my wife had kind of stopped going to church. She has social issues. And so, but she would take me if I wanted to go. Well, after a couple of weeks, she noticed that I wasn't asking her for a ride to church. And she says, what's going on? And I said, well, I kind of don't believe that anymore. She goes, you're in, and she could barely say it, atheist? I said, well, yeah, technically, I guess, yeah. And then she went and, you know, it just freaked her out. So then she comes back with this. She goes, you know, you don't like to be uncomfortable. You would never join the army, never do it. I said, oh, hell no. God, I hate that stuff. She goes, how are you going to handle hell? How are you going to be in hell? And I looked at her, and I got this look on my face like, is this a trick question? I said, by not going there because it isn't real, I don't know what you want.
Yeah.
So that was pretty much it.
I think it's funny that we've all got good examples of them trying to use fear to drive us towards their religion of love or peace.
It was, and I maybe should have made an excuse and just let it go for a while longer, but I just didn't want, you know, at one point I would just have to tell her the truth. So when asked directly, you know, I let it out. So she's doing much better. I used to get on Zoom calls and things with through RFR. And when she realized I was talking to other atheists, she would go in her room and blast Christian music. She just was really
wow.
I got you. Hear the music. But yeah, she's cool now. I go to the RFR excursion every fall for 3 years now, and they're supportive. They make sure I get there. Pretty much it.
Well, that's awesome. That's a good story. I got the meat of the story. You were kind of bouncing in and out there, a little muffled, but we got it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad that you guys were able to work your way through it. I've seen a lot of couples break down once they've like deconstructed, like they realize that a lot of the reason they were together is maybe because they started early, because that's kind of how you do in high control groups as you start out young, you know, to start having babies, or just maybe now you realize you don't want the same things. There's a completely whole world open up to you. So it's great that you were able to keep it together.
Yeah.
Got lucky.
Good story.
Mm-hmm.
My son's kind of cool too. We don't talk about it. They don't want to hear any discussion about it.
Yeah.
Every so often I can put a little something in.
You know, sometimes they come along on their own, you know, given time.
Yeah. Long game.
Yeah, all you can do is pray for them, though. Sorry. I couldn't help myself. It's funny. It's funny.
You're nobody. My family. Okay. Are we done?
Yeah, are we done? Are you? Yeah. I think so. You did great. That's awesome. Thank you for calling in. What's that?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay. Sorry. There's a delay, and we're getting used to it. We've only been taking calls for about a month now. So, and one of those things is like whenever we're done with a call, it's like I'm trying to learn how to, okay, are you going to hang up or do I just drop you? Well, I'm just going to drop you. I'm funny. Flockmaster's like, what the fuck's going on? I am curious though, Flocky, if you're still there, which you're not still there because I hung up on you. But I'm curious, did you have? Yeah, thank you for all. Well, we were done. I was just being funny. I think I was just being funny. Anyway, did you just dial the wrong number the first time? Or was there a problem with the line? I'd like to know if we're having a problem with our phone line. So just let me know. He's like, screw you, you hung up on me. Hey, Dave C is here. What's that?
I was just going to say the first number that I gave him was like the damn show. And it could have been that when he was trying it, like he might have hit the wrong like letter, not real letter. So
yeah.
When you gave him the actual number, I think is what worked.
It's catchy. It's, you know how it is. Is it right?
I didn't look.
I don't think it's right. I don't think damn show is right. It should be 2-1, wouldn't it? No, one doesn't have any. Hell, I don't know. That's not right. I don't think the damn show thing is correct.
Give me 1 segunda.
Been a long time since I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. I'll fix everything. I'll fix it all.
So it's supposed to be. Oh, son of a biscuit! I need a pen.
Yeah, where's this?
It should be 326.
326.
Yeah, DAM, right?
Yeah.
So 326.
But it's 226. The real number is indeed 226, so it is wrong. I may have to see if I'll see if I can check that and fix that. I may have to do things. So let me pull the banner down. Well, that would explain some things.
The cam show, the BAM show, the AM show.
Yeah, I don't know how I missed that whenever I'm an old guy. I used to, I'm one of those that had to dial with a text, if you wanted to text, you had to push the number twice or 3 times. If it was a D, is A, beep, beep, anyway, I'm one of those. That's how old I am. We have had some full fun. I saw one here. Oh, Dave C says, I had a girl break up with me because I wouldn't leave atheism to be Catholic. That's interesting. We can't hear you.
What's wrong, Kelly? Are you muted? Or maybe you need to refresh?
Maybe, yeah. But it was kind of a blessing. I'm in that kind of sardonic kind of mood this morning. I was, there we go. Dropped. Crispin. Oh, yeah. Okay. So Dave, see, I had a girl break. That's the deal. Like we were talking about. Can you just go, okay, I believe in this now? Is that how that works? Can you do that? Can you just decide? Because, God is God, and God knows in your heart whether you're really believing God or if you just believe long enough to get some pussy. Because I know I was one of those. I went to a church for quite a while just because I had a girlfriend that wanted to go to church, and I didn't want to, rock that boat. So
yeah, that happens a lot. Yeah, someone tried to do that for me as well.
Really? Oh.
To date me back in high school.
Yeah. It's just kind of, how do you do that? How do you do that? Well, we know how you do it. But there is no shuffling there. The action lies in his true nature, and we ourselves are compelled, even to the teeth and forehead of our faults, to give in evidence. What then? What rest? Try what repentance can. What can it not? But what can you if one cannot repent? In other words, God knows. If God knows your heart, Kelly's like, fuck this Shakespeare. I'm out of here.
But you're right though. Yeah. If God knows my heart, then even if I'm compelled, like compulsory, I have to become a Christian in this country because otherwise, like, it's Dunskies for me. Ultimately, God's going to know that I'm faking the funk.
That's right.
Like I guess I can act like to save my life, to save my hide, but God, I'm not going to be able to make it through them pearly gates.
Right.
Just like Trump said, he doesn't think that he's going to get into heaven.
He's not wrong. Oh, man, can you just imagine? Damn. Marsha Brew is here. Good morning, Marsha Brew. Thank you for joining us. We've had a lot of cool people this morning. Thank you for all the fantastic calls. Thank you for Kelly for showing up today and taking some calls with us. The number is not right. Let me see if I can fix it in the description of the channel. That way, if somebody wants to call, they can. Yeah, no, it's not right. Damn it, Jim. I'm a doctor, not a showrunner. What the hell? Okay, I don't know how. I don't know. Sun got in my eyes, I guess. I don't know what the hell happened. I'll figure it out. But it's actually 3-2, right? 3-2-6?
Yeah.
4-3-4-3-2. Yeah. 4-3-4-3-2-6-7-4-6-9. That's a weird way of hearing it. Anyway, so I'll fix that out and we'll get there one of these days. All right, let's see. Oh, it's time for us to take a break. I'm going to go get me some coffee and cafe, s'il vous plaît. Yeah, smoke them if you got them. My friends, we'll be back in just a minute. Let's see. Oh, I got to get the commercials up over here. I need a whole new situation. Let's go with Holy Halos for those newbies who haven't seen them. We'll be back, my friends. Next up in the Bark Bank, a clergyman with a holy hustle and maybe a few unholy loopholes.
Hi, Barks. Blessings and belly rubs to you all. I'm Father Flanagan, and today I'm here seeking $50,000 for 3% of my soul-saving startup, Holy Halos, the world's first, soon-to-be, church-approved condoms. Following the ways of the Lord can be hard and often require sacrifices of the flesh. Well, fear not, my wayward child. Introducing Father Flanagan's line of Holy Halo condoms.
Hold on, Father. The church very much doesn't like condoms. How do you expect to sell these?
Well, you're right, but these aren't just any condoms. No, my furry financiers, these are permeable. But every single halo has been dipped in holy water, a divine divider between you and sin. You can finally frolic freely and still keep that sweet spot in heaven. Permeable, but dipped in holy water to keep the sin out, but let the babies in.
Let you get your stick wet without getting your stick stuck.
If you know what I mean.
Oh my! Very embarrassing every time.
So basically they don't work as condoms, but they let you get away with having sex without going to hell?
Exactly. The church gets to keep making babies, but you don't have to keep going to confession. Think of it. No more guilt, no more awkward "I'm saving myself for marriage" speeches. With Holy Halos, you can take those pray hands and turn them into lay hands.
Didn't I read that holy water is full of bacteria like E. coli? Won't this be harmful to women's health?
The words are English, but I don't understand the question.
How are you addressing the issue holy water presents for women's health?
Again, I'm not understanding.
She does that. Well, we don't get it either.
Is that mesh from a window screen?
Ah, that's a keen eye you have there, young lass. Yes. Another fine selling point, rough on the outside to increase her shame, as it should be, but soft and smooth on the inside, internally lubed and ribbed for his pleasure. We even have custom scents.
Scents? Now you have my attention. What flavors we talking? Don't pitch me that vanilla missionary nonsense, Padre.
Well, we do have virgin vanilla, but we also have miracle mint and cooing camel, and my personal favorite, sweat of the Savior.
And the Vatican, they've blessed this endeavor?
Well, not exactly. I'm still waiting on the papal decree one way or the other.
I love it, but you're asking 50 grand for only 3%. That's rough, Father, real rough.
Not running with the big dogs on this one. I'm gonna stay on the porch.
Me too. Good luck, Father. 15%.
Ouch, 15%, that's highway robbery even for the church.
Come on, Father, we're dogs. We know a bone when we see one. 10%, and we'll even bless your branding.
Look, meet me in the middle, 7%, and I'll baptize all your puppies.
7% works for me. Father Flanagan, it looks like
Wait a second, our producers say we have a special call-in bidder. Let's get him up on the screen. Folks, we have the guardian of the sacred fire hydrant himself.
Oh no.
Defender of the holy tennis ball and eater of the golden kibble, Pup Oliver Poops a Lot the Fifth.
Flanagan!
Yes, your poetry.
50,000 at 20%.
20%?
And you get to keep calling yourself a father.
Sold to the pup in the very fine hat.
I knew you'd see it my way.
You're very wise, Your Hiney. Would there be anything else?
He may leave.
Father Flanagan's line of holy halos, ultra thin, spiritually thick. Available in 3 sizes, conservative, medium, and liberal. And here we are. Thank you all for joining us. If you're new to the channel, I hope you liked the first episode of the Bark Bank. Condoms, can I use them as water balloons instead? Not these, Microraptor, not these condoms. The Pharaoh Sombrero line of condoms, indeed, those are supposed to be actual, functioning condoms. But the Holy Halos, in fact, are not. They're not. Did I hear? Is that Kelly?
Yeah, no, I can't hear you.
Hold on. Hey, Kelly, hold on. Let me just check something real quick. If you can, I'm going to check something on my end. And let's just see what happens. This is fun for the whole family. Everybody loves doing this stuff. I'm going to go here. Can I hear you now, Kelly? I can't hear you now. All right, let me try one more thing. Blessing it, praying over it, Jedi mind tier. Can I hear you now? Oh, you got to request. I got to request that. Do you see it pop up? Thought I heard something. I probably screwed it all up. And we'll try that one. Request. Maybe it'll work, Kelly. I don't know what's going on, man, brother. Damn it, Jim. Oh, well. Sorry, Kelly. Let me refresh on my side. Let me do it. It might be I blame me.
I hope you can at least hear me so nobody leaves. Can anybody in the audience hear Kelly? I cannot hear Kelly, but can you hear him? We're not really sure what's happening.
Kelly, are you there?
Fro, if you were asking if you can order some condoms, I do believe that Chris is thinking about doing some stuff like that where he sells merch. He does have other merch, but like a goat scented. Wait,
I hear him.
Are you Kelly?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, Kelly.
Oh, okay. I don't know what happened. I didn't do anything.
And now Chris is back.
I refreshed my page. It's probably my fault. I blame me entirely. I will block myself after the show.
I was doing everything. I'm looking at my volume settings. I'm looking at my microphone. I was doing everything. I was like, there's nothing wrong. I don't know what's going on.
It's weird for it to be coming. They both come from the same source. So that's why I didn't think it was me. Anyway, Kelly is here. Good morning, Kelly Shearer. Thank you for joining us. I wanted to mention, and I gave you some credit in our credits for the support of the show. We appreciate you. Thank you. And Sir Equinox is here. C.S. Lewis is so. You're not wrong. I could say that. Yeah. Let me see here. Musical monkey for you. Holy halos are like scripture, not meant to be taken internally. Yeah. No muted. Okay. I think we got everybody back in. So
yeah, I think we're good now.
Yeah. I'm curious. So whenever I make that switch, do you guys lose audio for a second? You know what I'm talking about? Whenever I stand up,
like a little, yeah.
Let me try it here.
Yeah, just for a split second.
Okay, I'm gonna try. So, but y'all can hear me. But if somebody else was talking, you'd lose it, right?
Yeah, just for that sec. Yep.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Well, I'm thinking about tinkering with this. I guess got the idea from John Gleason. Yeah, he does some standing up, so I thought couldn't hurt. But
yeah, I think it's sometimes good for you too.
Yeah. And I've got a little teleprompter up here. I just need buttons. Make it all cool.
And then look at you, like Mr. Professional and all. Whoa.
I could put me in a desert or something back here, some of that business.
A gym, you can do some exercise.
Yes, but I'm actually too lazy. But it's fun. One of the things I'm going to do is Miss Ryan made a suggestion on the show about going back to doing the scripture of the day or something like that, going back to finding a scripture, so we're probably going to do something like that. I'm trying to think of other ways to, have fun, keep things lighthearted, because some people like it. Man, I can't get away from, as you saw from the callers today, There's no way to completely get away from the contrary calls.
Yeah, they're going to call.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll see how it goes.
But at some point, it could just be, we get to a point where we have so many others that we don't have to even worry about that.
Yeah, yeah. And, I actually get what Bonnie was saying. Was it Bonnie who was saying that? Let me check and see who's on our thing. Whenever they were saying about not being able to get through on these other call-in shows because they don't want atheists, And I get it. It makes sense. Because it's contrary. People like the arguing. People like the drama.
Yeah, a lot of people are drawn to the drama. Sometimes drama is fun. I listen, Linda, in my personal life, but I get that sometimes you got to stir the pot a little bit to get views. So
True that. Good morning, Dave Murphy. Thank you for joining us. I hope everything's going great in your world. Joe Dirt says, get an actor to parody other call-in shows. Well, I think that's a fantastic idea. Ryan, I don't know what you got going on over there, but sorry. She's getting jellical. Anyway, Joe Dirt, we had getting jellical. We had an individual, Kermit Peterson the Frog called us last week. And I'm kind of hoping we can get Kermit Peterson the Frog to call us again, and do other things. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we can get that. Because Kermit the Peterson the Frog actually has 5 proofs for why God is real, and gave us the first one the other day, and I believe will give us more.
Right. It's going to leave us to ponder on that one first because he just blew our mind.
That's right. Trickling it in. Trickle. Right. Trickle it.
Oh, trickle-gnosis.
That's trickle-gnosis. I dig it. I'm picking up what you're putting down. That's fantastic. No experimenting. The audio is fine. Says Crispin Slit. I've been doing stuff. I'm trying to make it more gooder. I want the show to, in fact, be the most goodest. And it's cool. See, what I was going to say in a minute ago is I'm going to take it to where whenever we do these things like scripture with a person or whatever, I can have again, stolen from Matt Dillahunty and them over at the line, have me on the screen and share a screen and have the webpage behind me and showing some news, and have me doing stuff. And, that's kind of the plan. The evil plan of doom and despair today really was all about audio challenges. I was trying to test out a thing and see if it would work. It did not work. I had to change the wheel while the car was going down the road, but we got through.
That's always fun. The wheel fell off and you're trying to.
Very true.
You did good.
It all worked out, right?
So far, it's all downhill from here. Good morning, Detroit Atheist Queen, Miss Kelly. I think we've got 3 Kellys in the chat, and there's one missing. So we've had a new Kelly.
We got a new Kelly, but we're missing Kelly, which is Godless Granny.
Godless Granny, yeah.
That's right. Kelly says, I'll do scripture day. Well, for those of you who weren't here a long time ago, we used to have another co-host on the show. It was Durante, and we did scripture with Durante. And every day Durante would come on and he'd do a scripture thing and point out how ridiculous the Bible is. And Ryan did thorough theocracy watch. But, with all the world going the way it was, it got to where it was more work than fun. So we kind of just let some of that slip in.
It was a lot. It was getting to be a lot for me anyway. It just was.
You got to make it so it's just a weekly feature or whenever I want to do it feature. Right.
Yeah. So that way you're not feeling like you have to, you want to.
Right. We ran into that with the deep dives in another show.
Oh, really? Okay.
We used to do deep dives every week, but like you say, it got to be more work than fun. Yeah. So kind of got dropped by the wayside along after a while.
You need that fun element. I think it's because it's inspiring when you're doing work like that. And if you don't feel inspired, I just don't feel like I don't know. I don't think there's like that clarity and that precision with what you're thinking about. At least that's just how I feel. I like to be driven when it comes to that kind of stuff, because it is like what I love, like deep diving, researching. So I enjoy doing like Theocracy Watch and understanding this stuff, and I need to have a better grip, but also at the same time, it's so much information.
It's not the work itself, it's the deadline that gets you right.
Oh yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's true too.
And Kelly Shear says, they're willing to do a scripture and use their most pious call-in voice. That's great. I encourage anybody. We're learning about doing these things, and I like having people call in and do things. So feel free, find yourself a good scripture and let us know that it's we'll do that. Just on occasion.
We got to get her more comfortable doing stuff anyway, because eventually I'd like to add her to our council.
The quad of Kellys.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, that's awesome. Good morning, Danielle Austin. Thank you for joining us today. We're about done. We're about to wrap it up and be done. I want to point out that when we're done today and whenever I shut down the stream, it will automatically forward you over to Ember's stream. So go enjoy you some Ember today. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I don't really have anything specific planned tomorrow. I'm just going to try to keep on going with the Heathen Hotline situation. Christians and theists can call in, but I want to see if we can build it, Of course, somebody pointed out in the chat, and they were not wrong, that the reason why the other call-in channels switch to the contrary argument kind of situations, because that's what gets the viewers. And there was a reason why I picked up the show, or the phone line, was to help grow the channel. If we all just sit around patting each other's backs and it doesn't grow the channel because we've got nothing but, then it kind of defeats its own purpose. But hopefully other people will enjoy having a good place to come and, do atheist blaspheming kind of things.
Yeah.
Nothing like a good day of sinning.
Nothing like it. We're going to wrap up the show. Fro is on the line. Fro's got a joke for us. I want to bring Fro back up. But we're almost done with the show, so we'll be quick. Let me see here. Let me tell him. Let me bring him up so he can hear me. Hey, Fro, we're going to do a dirty joke, but be quick because I still got to read out our super chats and other things. So you got a good one? Hook us up.
Okay. So there was this king in Saudi Arabia that had the most beautiful girl in the world, and he was going to go in war in his kingdom. So he put a chastity belt on his lady with a small little guillotine in front of her private parts. And he had 10 male servants. And when he came back from the war, he tested his servants, and one after one with his trousers down and their penises away. And then he came to the last person, and he had his belongings left. And the king said to him, "To you I shall grant whatever you wish for. You can get half the kingdom." And then the servant said, "Hanku waromo."
Fro, that was a good one. I dig it. Clara Microraptor Mike mini guillotine, new bottom surgery just dropped. Interesting. Well, actually, we have that's we could actually make that part of Father Flanagan's Institute. We have the Institute, pull out the slack, give it a whack. I'm really worried, but that's a all right. Thank you, Fro, for the joke. I appreciate you.
Giles said I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I saw that. I got to give a lot of that too.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Well, thanks, Fro. Appreciate that.
Yeah, that was awesome.
All right, Fro, take care. We'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to read out our super chats. I think I couldn't hear him. I don't know if we lost him before we lost him. I'm going to read out our super chats real quick, and then we'll go do the thing at the place with the stuff, and we'll wrap up our show. Thank you to Fro from Norway, became a silver level member. I actually got that notification before this morning's show, and I updated it, so it's actually in the credits already today. Kelly Laughlin for $10 said to help pay for the call in studio. Thank you, Kelly. Arch Radish for $10. I don't think we got to read this one out earlier because we were just going on. Fun for the fun time, and to reassure AJ that I did indeed call. So we'll let AJ know you called. For real. He's not lying this time. And then Fro from Norway, another 10 Norwegian crowns. And I don't see anything. Maybe it's just an image. I don't see.
I think it was.
It's a
I don't
sticker?
think it said anything the last one.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Thank you for the sticker. We do appreciate that. Thank you all for joining us. Kelly, if you want to hang out for just a second after the stream, I'd like to ask you a couple of questions. Miss Ryan, you are fantastical. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you guys. Thank you. Love you. Bye.
All right, my friends. Sin safely. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care.
Thanks for all the birthday wishes.
Yes. He's 29 again.
Got a house that smells like old cheese and shame. Father Flanagan's flesh candles change the game. Goat-scented thrills for your soul's delight. Light it up, baby, make your room right. When you've sinned and need to atone, light a candle and avoid the stone. Smell the goat in a holy zone. Father Flanagan, here to set the tone. Confession booth, busy, no need to stress. Light a candle and forget your mess. Gross odors vanish like sins in the wind. With each wick, guess who's your new best friend? When you've sinned and need to atone, light a candle and avoid the stone. Smell the goat in a holy zone. Father Flanagan, here to set the tone. Lambs and calves may have their day, but goat's the scent that leads the way. Clean your slate with a sniff so pure. Father Flanagan's got the cure. Turn your home into a saintly space. With every whiff, find redeeming grace. From your living room to the kitchen sink, light the gold candle, don't even